Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be watching the Resilient Jenkins first live stream that they did. Really the only one that they ever did. So let's jump into that. For some context to this live stream, this is not the beginning of the live stream. This entire live stream was actually never recorded. But this is sort of like halfway through the live stream, so it is a significant amount of it. But unfortunately, we did miss some of the questions. But we'll jump in here.
How many more kids do you want ultimately, Resilient?
You know, God would really have to change some stuff because I don't, believe it or not, I don't want another baby in this apartment. I want much more space for our kids. And
I'm gonna pause Pookie right there. Okay. So at this time, for some context, they are in the 1-bedroom apartment.
Read in the caption above, we're a family of 6 going on 7 living in a 1-bedroom apartment. These freaking kids keep it so damn messy up in here. Bella, what you doing? Taking it
Where we're at in the timeline. At this time, Pookie has a 1-bedroom apartment where her and King Daddy Drew share the 1 bedroom. Four children are sleeping in the living room on the floor with no beds. She is pregnant with their 5th baby.
it would be, I would have to have a completely different life to be able to just keep having babies. I think that this baby is probably going to be the last one for us.
Why is she saying probably going to be? You have 4 children living on the floor by the front door of a 1-bedroom apartment in a not so nice neighborhood. Why is this a probably?
Okay. Now that you're in the midst of your viral moment. What are your plans going forward? What do you plan on doing with this moment?
Wait, Pookie's bio used to be family of 7 or family of 6 going on 7 living in the kitchen. That was her actual bio. I don't remember that. That's hilarious. Pookie, you're out of control.
Her daughters with autism. She showed
Pure rage bait. Pure rage. Guys, she knows what she's doing.
Ultimately, we definitely want to give back to anybody who gives to us.
Pookie's never given back.
We hope to grow and be able to have people grow with us. You know, I feel like especially being a stay-at-home mom in this position, I've experienced some things that I didn't have an understanding of before, and it would be fulfilling to be able to give back to other stay-at-home moms who may not get an opportunity to have someone giving back to them.
I'm going to pause Pookie right here. Okay, so at this time, this is from last year when Pookie first went viral. We did not know all of the lore then that we do now. Okay, so her saying she's a stay-at-home mom, she's something. She's a mom who stays home, that's for sure. She doesn't really do much of anything, though. So they are in a worse place now than they were last year, right? So last year, they were in a 1-bedroom apartment. They had 4 cats. They had 4 kids. They were expecting their 5th kid. Neither of them had jobs. Neither adult had a job. Her and King Daddy Drew did not have a job. We also believed that they were married because that is what she told us. But then we found out she's actually married to Jeremiah, who's in prison for being an uh-oh. Pookie now is in a 1-room motel with 5 children, no cats, because the police said she's not allowed to own pets for 3 years.
Oh, poor baby, you.
A really bad flea allergy.
They're worse off now than they were when they went viral, and they never gave back to anybody. All they've done is take. Let's see what else she says.
But what do you have to say about what is now being perceived as profiting off what appears to be stereotypical deadbeat black dad behavior?
This live stream takes place after Drew's oldest child's mother made a video about him owing back child support. So this is when we find out that Drew has another child outside of the 4 children currently living in the 1-bedroom apartment. This is the first time really that we've uncovered that. And this interview is completely disappeared from the internet. And I think I have, it might be the only copy left. I have it on my hard drive. I call my hard drive the Library of Congress.
I'm saddened by how many stereotypes are being thrown at both Drew and myself. It's not the Drew that I've experienced. These things that keep popping up about him, it's not the man that I've been with. He's a very...
I'm going to pause Pookie right there. She's lying. Flat out. Because she has also complained about Drew's behavior. If we go back through her old videos, she said why would a man choose video games over his family? Obviously they have no money because neither of them are working. So she's trying to save face here and defend her king daddy. But let's be real. He's a bum.
I'm sorry, I'm losing my words. He's a very interactive father. He does everything he can to support us.
He doesn't. He doesn't do everything he can to support you, because if he did, you wouldn't be in a 1-bedroom apartment. No, what's so important, guys, is they haven't even been evicted yet. They get evicted. He does worse than this. So he doesn't do everything that he can. He just doesn't, period.
Unfortunately, we've seen his health decline quite a bit trying to support us. So
I completely forgot about the Drew seizure arc. So this is her soft launching. Drew being so sick he's unable to work. And they applied for disability and they were denied for disability, and he inevitably had to go back to work because the courts told him to go back to work because he owes back child support, and they suspended his license. So he had to go back to real work. But I forgot that there was a few months there where all of a sudden he was completely unable to work. But then in her videos, this was after they got evicted, he was jumping off of storage unit containers. Which, whatever. Okay.
And I'm sorry, you said you were 29. How old is your oldest baby?
she's 9.
Oh, so you started, you had your first baby at 20 then. How different has the experience between your first baby and the one that, well, not necessarily the one that you're having now, but the youngest and the oldest being, because there's still a lot of growing up, I feel, that people have between 20 and 20 and 30, just say, because you're almost 30. And how
I feel like people forget this a lot. Stephanie is 30. She keeps saying how young of a mom she is. Stephanie's 30. Guys, she had the baby when she was 30 years old. She's not a young mom. All of the trauma and everything she blames for everything wrong in her life, she's 30 years old. It's grow up. You have 5 kids. Grow up.
How old is Drew?
Drew's 35.
Oh, he's 35. Okay, I didn't know.
Drew's 35,
okay, so,
guys.
Yeah,
He's
so
35.
Do you feel a difference between the youngest and the oldest with regards to your level of maturity, your do's, your don'ts, your things?
35 years old. Drew is 35 years old.
When I first had my daughter, I was definitely very young-minded, but I was the first time a mom that was very, very overprotective and just...
Pookie, what do you mean you overprotective? You knew that your husband was a PEDO, convicted of it as well, on the registry. On the registry, girl. That man was on the registry, and you had a baby with him. That's not very overprotective. That's very underprotective. She's leaving all of this out.
thought bubbles were going to hurt her or something like that. Something.
You thought bubbles were gonna hurt her? What about her PEDO father? Who actually did end up hurting her, because that's what your mom said. You are lying. You are lying.
Crazy like that.
Exactly.
And then it's just, after you have a little more kids and you have a little more experience, you see they just have fun. Kids are awesome.
Okay, everybody take a deep breath. Things get a little crazy on the live stream here because he opens up the panel to ask Pookie direct questions. And the panel is not as... The panel is more like us in the comments and not so much like Marquis, who's trying to be nice.
And you can help her by sending her some gifts right now.
I would never send
I don't need the gifts, so whatever.
If you knew the situation you were in, Stephanie, why say? And I get it. Oops, babies happen. My son was an oops baby, and oops, I did it again. Is just like, come on, like, who taking care of who taking care of the babies?
No, period. Lavender's right, because remember, guys, she's in a 1-bedroom apartment. She has 4 children living on the living room floor with no mattresses. She's pregnant with the 5th. What are you doing?
Now, do we expect for TikTok to take care of them? Is the government taking care of them? Like, what are we doing, and what are we doing to better the situation? Because
So, the government is taking care of them, and TikTok is also taking care of them. Correct, both.
Say that he's working. I get it. He's working. Okay, he has his own. He's self-employed. Okay.
Oh my God, that's right. Okay, so King Daddy Drew is not working a regular job. This is when he's just doing DoorDash, but his license is suspended. So we believe he was doing DoorDash under Pookie's account. He was trying to start a tire cleaning business, just the tires. He's not detailing cars. He is just cleaning tires. That's the game plan. 5 kids. That's the game plan.
But and also I saw a video where you said he got a $4 raise, and he thought that was pretty much beneath him that he got a $4 raise. When if you're living in a 1-bedroom house, if you get a $4 raise, hey, I'm winning, I would think. But it's beneath him to get a $4 raise. So what is his logic behind leaving a job because he felt like he wasn't being valued?
Correct. So Drew was doing an HVAC job. He got a raise and he was unhappy with that raise, so he quit and started doing DoorDash. I think it was because his wages started getting garnished, and so he quit, because that makes more sense.
And do you plan? What are you doing to better your situation? Because you said he has, y'all have your own business. I assume that it's y'all's business together. So what are your plans to better your situation? Do you plan on TikTok doing that, or do you plan on doing that yourself?
I think the $4 raise thing, that would be a good raise. If depends on the job, because when we're talking about HVAC and the raises that everybody else in the company was receiving, the $4 was minimal compared to everybody else.
Okay, but now that we know King Daddy, he probably didn't even deserve the $4. Like, let's be real. He's a lazy bum. He was probably trying to bring his PS5 to work with him.
And it was also the amount of work he was putting in versus everybody else. It wasn't.
Pookie, nobody wants to work. None of us want to work, and none of us want to do what we're told, but we have to. And King Daddy Drew especially should have to, because you guys have 5 children. Six if you count the child support.
Just oh, I don't like the job, I don't like how they're paying me. There was definitely way more to it than that. But
I knew that it was that he was saying that, you know, it was, he worked extra hard and you know, he put in, you know, he did so much, but you don't know if Bob in that was in shipping put in more work and was there longer and did more. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what they're looking for when they're giving out raises. You know, like I said, Marquise asked more questions than I expected him to ask, and so you answered more questions. You answered most of my questions, but
Well, here's one for you, and I'm grabbing them out of the comment section again. She will not re-answer questions that I already asked. If you missed them, I'm sorry for that, but I will not ask her to.
Let me answer one of your questions. Where can you find the live? It has been completely scrubbed from the internet, and I think I have the only copy on my hard drive. And my hard drive I call the Library of Congress. So the only copy is on... I don't know where my hard drive is. It's over there somewhere. It's on the Library of Congress. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, guys. Nobody recorded it. Nobody thought that Pookie was going to be what Pookie was. We just didn't know. We didn't know what we know now. This is from last year. So, unfortunately, it just disappeared. So, yeah, this is part 2 of the second live stream. And that's kind of the best we have.
Answers. Also, there were a few questions that I asked that she did not want to give an answer to, so those questions I will not ask again. Okay. Here's one for you though. Are you aware that there's a fake account, or well, let's clarify if it's a fake account or not, where you're claiming there's an account that looks like yours where they're claiming that you and Drew are breaking up? Is that a fake account?
that is a fake account, and I've reported it multiple times, and they've actually blocked me. So
Oh my god, I forgot about this. Okay, so right after Pookie went viral last year, there was a fake account that popped up that was saying all of the things we were telling Pookie to do, which was like leave Drew, move back with your mom. Actually, I don't know if we were saying move back with your mom yet. But anyways, this fake account popped up and was like Resilient Jenkins 2 or something. And was saying like, I left Drew, send me money. And people were sending on the Cash App to this fake account money. And I completely forgot about that. But that's what they're talking about, is this fake account. Actually, I think I have a screenshot from that fake account. And if I do, I'll put it in here.
I can't even go in there and individually report the videos anymore.
Okay.
But that's not me.
Okay.
I didn't send nobody a Cash App like that, unless they specifically came into the DMs and asked for one. And even then, I think it's been like 2 people. We didn't.
Oh, I didn't remember that. Okay, so Pookie has been getting money from people this whole time. Because if she admitted to giving her Cash App to 2 people, I guarantee you she gave it to more.
We didn't put a Cash App out there like that.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Like I said, that was a good one that I missed in my interview section.